Okay, today I'm going to go over how to do a sales order, a very basic sales order, and we're going to do it in bid mode. And the reason I want to show you bid mode first is because by putting an order in bid, you do not have to worry about making any mistakes or accidentally doing something. Um, Basically, bid will not do anything as far as billing the customer. It won't accidentally order any material that you put on the ticket. It's just basically a bid that won't affect the customer or the system in any way whatsoever, such as procuring material or allocating material to that customer. So bid is an excellent way to start using sales order entry and you not having any fear of accidentally doing something that you didn't mean to as you learn how to use Solar Eclipse. So there's a number of different ways to get into sales order entry, and I'm going to eventually show you all of them. But to start off, to get to it, what we're going to do is we're going to use the main menu over here on the left hand side, and we're going to go to orders, and then we're going to click on sales order entry. And from here, you'll get this pop-up. Now, not everybody will receive this. Basically, what it means by select a location, it really means select a printer location. Now, if you are on a counter computer, by default, this typically always defaults to the printer that's on that counter, so you won't have to choose this. However, if you are accessing sales order entry from a laptop or from a office computer, you may receive this. And basically all it is asking you to select where you want your ticket to print. So I'm going to choose Danville Counter here. And now we're going to enter your branch. Now the branch is your home branch, or where the ticket is being done at, which is typically your home branch. For this particular situation, I'm going to enter branch 3. You could also click on this little button right here and it will bring up a list of all the branches that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose 3 here and hit OK. And now we're going to type in the customer name. So for this example, I'm just going to use a contractor cash account, which means this is for a walk-in customer that doesn't have an account with us, and we're just going to use this for our demo purposes here. So there's my contractor cash account that I want to choose. I'm going to click on that. Now there's a number of different options here, and I will go over all these in detail later, but we're going to do a new sales order, so we're just going to choose new. And then we're going to leave the required date, ship date, all that like it is, and we're going to hit OK. And now we're in sales order entry. But we need to put this in bid mode. So to do that, we're going to go up to Edit Order, and we're going to change order mode to bid. So we click on Edit Order and change order mode to bid. There's a shortcut that we have in our system that allows you to do this quick as well. You can click on this little icon right here, and it will put it in bid mode as well. Instead of going to Edit Order and change order to bid, you can just click on this little icon right here and we'll change it to bid as well. And to verify that you're in bid mode, if you look down here in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see that it says it's in bid now, and the status is also set to B, which means bid. And by being in bid mode, you do not have to worry about making any mistakes, billing a customer, allocating material, procuring material. You're good to go. So there's really nothing here that you have to worry about. So to start off, we're going to enter our product. We're going to type in 1 and then a CHF 115, very common product. And when we press enter, you'll see a list of results to pop up. And I'm going to go over these results for you real quick. You can see right here where it says green in stock. What that means is this product is in stock in your home branch. And remember, my home branch was 3. That's what the ship branch down here means. And so it's saying that under my ship branch, I've got 62 of these in stock. And the S means it's a stock item. If it was a non-stock, it would have an N there. Then you can see that we have inventory availability for a number of other branches, and this is based off of the territory that you're in. So your branches may look different, but we always will have branch 12, which is our distribution center. You can see that the home branch has 62, the distribution center has 2,425, and there are other branches in my territory and their inventory level as well. So we're just going to click on this product. It puts it on the ticket, and you notice how my cursor jumps automatically down to the second line item, ready for me to enter my next item. So let's just type in 5UR, put some batteries on here, and now you can see that I got a little bit more results to choose from, and we'll just choose this right here. Now what I want to show you real quick is a couple of these columns and what they mean. The reminder notes are notes that we put on products that deliver specific information about that product that we want to make sure our employees know about. So it's important to read those. Some of them are old, but as you learn the system, you should take the opportunity to read these reminder notes, because it could be something very important about the product that you need to read. The column your availability is just that. It's your availability for your current branch that you're at, or your home branch. For this one, it's branch 3. CDC availability, that's the same thing that you saw on the previous screen for the distribution. The CDC is our central distribution center, and it's showing you their availability for this product as well. The reason we do that is if a customer is ordering a lot of something and you may not have it all in stock, you have a quick glance at how much the distribution center has to see if you can get it from them. And then you have the unit price for the product as well. And this unit price is based off of unit of measure, which we'll go over a little bit more detail in another video. Now let's just go ahead and let's add one more item on here. And you can see from this result that I have a whole lot more options to choose from. And you can see it right here that it does not have in stock beside these items, which means there's not a stocking item for my home branch. You can also see that because these quantities are zeros. It does have an S beside of it because it is a stocking item in the company somewhere. We scroll on down, and there's the product I'm looking for right there. But notice this, it's showing results 1 of 20 out of 157. So it's only showing 20 products right here. To see more, I'd have to click this more button, and it will then load more, and now I'm seeing 1 of 40 out of 157. So you may have to click the more button a couple of times to find the product that you're looking for. But for this particular instance, this is the one I'm looking for right here. So I'm going to click on that, and now we're in good shape. So I got 3 items on here. So the natural progression of a sales order will follow these tabs down here at the bottom. So we're finished with entering products on the body of the order. So now we're going to go over to the header screen. So the header screen is where we're going to enter the customer PO number, order by, customer release number, which I'll explain, phone number, email address, internal notes, shipping instructions. So we require that a PO number be on there. So when you're doing an order for a customer, you should always ask them what would they like for the PO. If they tell you they don't care or they don't need one, then put something in there that would help you remember what this order is for. So for this particular instance, I'll put training. And it is a very good practice to put the order by the person's name in there that is ordering this. So I'm going to put my name in there. And the reason for that, we don't require that you put that in there, but let's say you ever need to go back into this ticket because there was some kind of issue there. If you remember to put the person's name there that actually ordered this product or this sales order from us, then you would have a name associated with it where you could reach out to them and contact them if you had any questions about this ticket. So it's very important to put that there as well. The release number field here is basically just a continuation of the customer PO. There's a limited amount of characters that you can use up here under customer PO, so you can add additional information underneath that, underneath the customer release number. And then of course you have the phone number and email address. Now the phone number is typically automatically populated by the customer's entity file, where we enter their phone number there. And it may change. You may need to change that. So you can obviously come over here and just type right over top of that if you need to. And you can enter the customer's email address as well. This is all information that you can reference at a later time if you need to inquire or ask any questions to the customer for this particular order. There's some other information down here that we'll go over a little bit later. I do want to talk about the internal notes and shipping instructions. So internal notes is just that. It's notes that you can leave on this ticket for yourself or to communicate to other individuals in the company. Internal notes do not print on the ticket. They're not visible to the customer, but it's a great way for you to leave notes to yourself about the order. It can be anything that you need to. You may need to explain something out about why you did what you did on the ticket. This is a great place to put it. I highly encourage you, whenever you make changes to the ticket or do something out of the ordinary, that you put something in internal notes, because if you ever have to go back and reference the ticket, you'll have notes there associated with it that you left to help you remember what you did. So for this, I'll just put use this ticket for training purposes. The shipping instructions, now that will print on the ticket. So if the customer leaves you any specific instructions on what you need to do for shipping, you can type that up there, and that will print on the body of the ticket, and that way your truck driver, delivery guy can see that and make sure he follows those instructions to deliver the material to the customer specifications. Now we're going to move on over to the total screen, which will show us the total for this ticket, and it includes the sales tax and freight. So if we need to add freight in there, we could type in the freight charge right there to follow, and it gives us your total at the bottom here. Now this is a bid, so I'm not going to go over any of this information right here as far as accepting cash, check, or credit card. We'll go over that in another video. So now we can go to a status screen. The status screen is the last screen in a sales order that you will be required to go to before you can exit the ticket. I know there's another tab down here called Detail Schedule, and we'll go over that in another video as well. But on this screen right here, this gives you the option to change the order status. I'll go over some more of these order statuses in another video. We're going to leave this one on bid. Right here in this column here, it gives you the option to print the ticket or print the bid. You can fax it or email it. We'll go over all these options in a later video, but for right now we're just going to leave this to no print, so it's not going to print the ticket, and we're just going to exit the order, and that completes our first sales order, which was in bid mode. So we didn't actually bill the customer for anything, but it was a good run through of doing a ticket for practice purposes. Now you may ask yourself, well, how do I go back in there and cancel that bid or delete it now that I've done a practice one? And I want to show you that real quick. So we're just going to go back over to our main menu again, and we're going to click on orders, and we'll go back into sales order entry, and we're going to choose our location. We're going to enter our home branch, and we're going to enter the customer's name again. So we know we did that one for contractor cash, and we're going to choose that same customer. And instead of creating a new order, we're going to go under bids. So I'm going to click bids, and now you can see the PO number and all the bids that this particular customer has. Now this one has a whole lot of bids underneath it, but we know that we used the PO number of training, so I'm going to click on training here, and it brings me back into that ticket. Now I can add more products to this ticket if I need to. I can go back to the header screen and change any information I need to on the header screen. But for this particular instance, we're going to go in here and we're going to cancel this and get it out of the system. So to do that, we're going to click on this drop down and we're going to choose cancel. And this is going to say cancel open shipment for 12/30/2016. We're going to hit yes. And now that has been canceled and I can X out. And you'll get a reason for change. Now whenever you get this reason for change pop up, I highly encourage you to type something there. This gets logged to the order, and back office administrators can see that if there's any questions that come up about the ticket. And you know, a lot of people will bypass this screen, but it's there for a reason, and you need to just simply type in, you know, what the purpose was for the change of this ticket. And that way in the future it may save you a phone call if somebody was looking into this ticket and needed to know why there was a change made to it. You left a note there, they can read your note and they won't have to pick up the phone and call you. You can also reference these reasons for change, so if anybody was to reach out to you and ask you a question about, you know, what went on with this ticket, if you left something there, then you at least be able to reference that to help jar your memory. So I'm just going to type in here, canceled ticket was used for training purposes. And then I'll just simply hit OK. And now my ticket is gone. And I'll just prove that to you real quick by going back under sales order entry. And we'll just type in 3. Choose our contractor cash again. And click on bids. And you can see that that training PO is no longer in there, as we have deleted it from the system. And that will cover it for this video. We'll go over more detailed sales order entry videos later on in other videos.